Let me tell you about my first proposal. Let me tell you about my first proposal. There was a day I saw a job offer and I wrote a proposal, submitted. So in this proposal, I wrote about my experience, my skills, the courses I took, about being, very good with social media management and all that. At the end of the day, I put in my fee and I submitted. I didn't get a response. I submitted a few other ones like that did not get response. And one day I put in for a mentorship program, and in this program I discovered that I have been writing my proposal the wrong way. Okay, so whenever I write, I put myself first, putting my experience, skills and all that. And guess what? The client do not care about this. They don't care about me. What they care about is their problem and how this problem is going to be solved. So how do you write a proposal? So I learned that in writing a proposal, I should state the client's problem. I should put this problem back into their faces. You understand? I should ensure that, the way I put it, the client understand that I understand what they are going through at that moment. Then I now present how I'm going to help them solve this problem. In doing so, they see someone who truly understand their pains. You understand their pains, their problem, their challenges, and that person actually has a solution to this problem. Today, I will teach you the exact proposal structure that I use all the time to get clients to respond to me. We will do a walkthrough live demonstration and I will show you how you can write your own proposal. And at the end of this video, you will have a template that you can copy and use for your own next pitch. Welcome to Remote Skill Pro. Every week on this channel, I teach digital skills that can help you to earn money online, working from the comfort of your home. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Before we move to structure, let's look at some reasons why proposal fail. One of the major reasons why proposal fail is the subject. Now, you are writing a proposal and the first line of your proposal is talking about you, talking about, for example, I am a virtual assistant with 5 years experience, or I am passionate about helping businesses grow, or something like I have taken several courses in with so and so. All this is talking about you, and at that moment the client do not really care about that. The most important thing that you can do before writing your proposal is to do some research about the client's situation deeply, that when you write your first paragraph, the client feels that you are in their head. They feel you really understand their situation. So imagine the client receiving 20 proposals or even more, and about 19 of them is talking about, I can do this, I am that, in their first paragraph, and they saw one that talks about their situation. For example, I understand that you spend up to 15 hours researching content, creating graphics for your social media, and so on and so forth. That alone tells them that, oh, this person understands my situation, and it helps them want to read more. So let's see an example of a proposal template, how you can write yours. So we have we are writing a proposal to a business that needs administrative assistant or a technical virtual assistant. Okay, so look at my opening here. My introduction here says managing content, data and daily operation across multiple platforms can quickly become overwhelming when tasks like uploading blogs, this and all that. So here I am stating the likely problems of a CEO of a business owner, trying to do everything for themselves, receiving emails, writing blog posts, updating their data sheet and all that. Doing all these things can be very overwhelming. So I'm putting their likely challenge, I'm stating it to their face, like I am right there with them, seeing them go through this struggle on a daily basis. So now let's state the goal. The goal is to create a smooth, reliable system where things flow efficiently. So your goal as a business owner is to see that your business runs smoothly without interfering with your business, without everything works under control, fully under control. Now you are stating the next paragraph, you will be stating what you are going to be doing for them. So let them know the value you are bringing to them, how you want to be helping them. So I will take full ownership of your content and operational workflows by managing this and this, handling timely upload of podcasts and all that, publishing and optimizing content across this. So you are stating to them how you are coming in to help them, step by step. All these things now is gotten from their description. So they already state that, oh, they need help with this thing, and you are telling them that I'm coming in with helping you with all this problem. All right, now you move on to the next section, paragraph, and say, beyond execution, I'll also identify opportunity to improve your processes. So you are not just doing work like a robot, you are also bringing more value, more assistance to the business. I can also assist with email management and customer support and other. So this one is like you are upselling yourself. So they may not need this service at that time, or they may not state it, but they actually need it, right? And you are telling them that aside these ones that you state that I should do for you, I can also do this. And they see you as a whole in one package for their business growth, right? Now the next thing you want to state is your value. Okay, what you want to collect, maybe your fee. It could be hourly rate, it could be monthly retainer rate. So notice that you're not bringing your rate before the value, you are bringing the value immediately after this. So when they have assimilated the value that you are giving to them, and they now see, okay, so, and you now bring in your rate, it helps them to visualize, okay, this person is doing this for me and is charging this. So it doesn't look like, oh, maybe you are charging them more than what the value you are giving to them. So you can you can change this depending on, this is just a sample anyway. Okay, so you now state to them that I am available to start immediately. So you can also state your starting time. I'm available to start from so time, you understand, and to integrate seamlessly into your workflow. My focus is to make your operations smoother. So you are re-emphasizing on what you are trying to help them achieve. Then, very important, you should attach your portfolio, because this will show them that you know what you're doing. You have samples of work that you can show to them, and they can see it as something that gives them someone that knows what they are doing, right? So you have a sample of a portfolio here attached, and it shows them that, oh, this person knows what they are doing and they have experience working with all these things that they have mentioned. So lastly, you say, I would love to learn more about your vision and how I can help you in achieving it. Then you close by putting in your name. Best regards. Then you add your name. So basically, this is how a template should flow. Flow from their problem to the goal they want to achieve, to how you can help them achieve that goal, and your rate. Then you close it in conclusion. Close it with a more emphasizing on the value you'll be adding to them. So this flow helps the clients to really understand, to really know that, oh, this person understand my situation, my problem, and is ready to help me achieve my goals. I'm going to paste in a prompt here. I'll give you those prompts in the description in this video. Okay, so look at the prompts. Write a professional freelance proposal for a Nigerian social media manager offering services to a small Lagos food business called Tasty Bite. This. So monthly rate is this and that, and start Open by describing the client's problem, not the freelancer's credential. Include a clear call to action and a 5-day response deadline. Keep it professional but warm. All right, so let's run this. So you can adjust this prompt to your taste, right? To like what you need, to your need and to the kind of proposal that you're writing, because it cannot be one size fits all for, you know, for every businesses and every platform that you're writing to. For example, if you're writing to an Upwork, for an Upwork proposal, so this format may not be applicable because already the client can must have stated their price, and it's very competitive, and so you want to start like almost immediately, so you want to make yourself available like almost immediately. So you can see this is the proposal template. So this is not your final proposal, right? This is just a draft. Now the next thing you want to do is to copy this and paste it like in a Word document. So let's say this is the one we used earlier. So paste it in a Word document and start editing this. So you want to edit this to fit in into what you are trying to write. So let's say you have the name of the person you are writing to directly, maybe the HR. You have their name, you can add their name or just the company and add the team. So running a food business in Lagos is demanding, and staying consistent with Shomai can easily become overwhelming between managing orders, customer service, and this. So to help you stay visible, consistent, and attractive to your audience, I like to support your social media management with a structured, result-focused approach. So you can see that you've given them a goal here, right? Just like we did. Look at the opening. The opening states their problem. Now here is what you will be doing for them. You are stating how you are coming in to help them with this. After that, the investment is here. You can see with a terms, right? With a term and terms and condition, right? To it. So then when you're ready, you adjust this according to the business you are writing to, the client you are writing to suit your needs. So please don't use ChatGPT to do copy and paste for your proposal, because it automatically disqualifies you. It just shows that you don't know what you are doing, or you have not done your proper homework. You can use it as a guide. You can use it. So for example, now if you have a job description, you can also copy the job description, put it in ChatGPT, put a prompt and ask ChatGPT to help you write a proposal for this job. You understand? Help you write a proposal for that job, and ChatGPT will write the proposal. Your own is for you to now copy it from ChatGPT, paste it in your Word document, edit appropriately, remove what needs to be removed, let it reflect your tone of writing, let it reflect human touch. So all those robotic languages, get it out and let it sound like you are the one that put it out. So use the result from ChatGPT as a guide. So it is your draft, not your final result. Please take note. I'm emphasizing this because a lot of people do this mistake. They just copy from ChatGPT and paste and send to the client, and at a first glance the client already know that this result, this proposal is coming from AI, and it automatically disqualifies you. You don't want that, right? So please do your proper homework. This is an easier way to go about it, instead of you cracking your brain to write from the beginning. But at the same time, you should do it with enough wisdom. All right, so we have seen how you can write your proposal for any job description. We've seen how you can use ChatGPT as a guide to help you in writing faster. And your exercise for today is that get a job, any job at all, and you can go to Upwork, Fiverr, or LinkedIn to get a job, a real job or an imaginary job that you can use to practice. So write a proposal for this job. When you are done, drop a comment under this video, and if you find value watching this video, please like, share with your friend. Don't forget to subscribe and turn your notification bell so you don't miss my next video. I'll see you again the next time. Bye.